Okay, guys, so here we go with page 6 of the distance learning fraction review. And page 6, I think your first question looks like this. So, I'm not going to do these. And I also think that perhaps the questions I'm going to be working with, at least, at least one operation each, these might actually be in your packet. So I don't know if I'm doing different problems or not. So you might get lucky if you figure out that I'm actually doing problems from your packet. Okay, so because I'm not sure if I got enough example problems. So here we go with page 6. Our first one is a subtraction problem. I'm going to set it up vertically because for me it's easier to find a matching bottom number. There we go. So now you're looking for the number that could be a little bit neater, I guess. You're looking for a number that 5 and 14 will go into together. So you could multiply the two bottom numbers. If I did that, 14 times 5, times 5, I would get 70. And remember, you can also go ahead and try to find it on the multiplication chart as well. I'm looking for a 14 and a 5 in the same row. Remember, without using row number 1. So I have a 14 here, but no 5. No 5, no 5. Here's a 5, but no 14. So, and if you realize you have no 5s coming up, so it's pretty safe to say there are no more 5s and 14s in here until you get to row 70. But our chart only goes up to 30. So when that occurs, it's best to just multiply the two bottom numbers together. Okay? So now what we're going to do is, remember, divide and multiply, divide and multiply. Let's start up here. So 5 will go into 70 how many times? Okay? So 5 will go into 70 how many times? You can use your multiplication chart again. 5 will go into 70 14 times. See that? 5 go into 70 14 times. And 14 times 20. 14 times 20 is 280. So there's your new top number for this. Let's do it again. 14 will go into 70 how many times? You can look at your chart. 14, 70 will go 5 times. And then we do 5 times 15. 5 times 15, that's going to give us 75. And remember, this was a subtraction problem, so let's subtract. 280 from 75, 280, or 75 minus 280, that's going to give us 205 over 70. Okay, now here's the thing about this. I know this is going to reduce because I have multiples of 5 right here. Okay, but before I even do that, I'm going to change it into a mixed number because you notice it's top heavy. So I'm going to change it to a mixed number first and then make it reduce it after that. So I'm going to make it to a mixed number first. 70 will go into 205. Remember, you can use your calculator just as long as you're showing your work on your scrap paper. Okay, so in the calculator we put 205 divided by 70. It's going to give you a decimal answer. Just use the whole number that's in front of that decimal, and that would be 2. The decimal answer is 2.92857, blah, blah, blah. But just use the whole number. Now we multiply 70 times 2. So 70 times 2, that gives me 140. Right? And then we subtract. So this is a way to show your actual division work, but yet still using a calculator to help you with some of the basic function. So 205 minus 140 is 65. There we go. So, and now I have right over here. My whole number is 2. My numerator is 65. Bottom number is 70. But again, like I was saying, these are multiples of 5. So I know what will be reduced. I can divide by 5 with this and this. Okay? You can use your chart. 5 will go into 65 how many times? Sure, let's go ahead and use the chart. 5 will go into 65 13 times. See it? So that reduces to 13. 5 goes into 70. 5 going to 70, 14 times. Doesn't that look better? So really, a reduced answer would be 2 and 13 over 14. And that was for number 5. Okay? Here's a division one. So, you know what to do when we do division. I'll do it over here. We keep the first one the same, change the multiplication, and flip. So I have 11 and 26. I'm now going to see if I can reduce diagonally. Notice that 11 will go to itself one time, so now this is a 1, and this is a 1. 5 and 26 won't reduce. 5 times 1 is 5. 11 times 26, 286. And I think that's as reduced as far as it's going to go. Because I have a 5 and a 6, so I know 5 is not a multiple of this. Okay? So for number 6, it'll be this one. And again, I think I might be actually doing some ones that are actually on your packet. All right. So here, we don't have to flip because it's already multiplying. So we can look to see if we can reduce this way. Look to see if we can reduce this way. Okay? Remember that rule, that 1 and whatever number rule? So you know that's not going to reduce. 7 and 29. Will that reduce? I don't know. So let me just check real quick to see if I can find a row that has a 7 and a 29 in it. There's no 7. No 7, no 7, no 7, no 7. Here's a 7. Is there a 29? No. And if you look around the block, you have no more 7s or 29s. So I'm just going to multiply straight across now. 1 times 29 is 29. And then you have 7 times 18. 7 times 18, 126. Okay? Now, I'm still not sure if these are multiples of each other. So I can always just take a real look to see if I can find 29. My first 29 is far away. There's 28. 20. 29. See it down there? And I forgot the other number. 126. Let's see if there's a 126 in this row. There is not. Okay, so it's okay if you leave it like this, because I am not sure if it's going to reduce. 29 divided by 3, nope. 26 divided by 3. Okay, I'll just leave that one like this. Last one. So you know what you would do. Bring that one down, flip that one, reduce diagonally, then multiply. That one's on your own. Okay? So again, I think I actually, sorry about the pause there, I was had a phone call. That was a good chunk of page 6. So these problems came directly from page 6, I think. So I did some of the problems there for you instead of doing just practice problems that were not on your sheet. Okay? So I'm going to stop this here. Short video, but hey, you guys should be getting this by now. And I will see you on the next video, which will be page 7.